be in the company of such incredible people that logged on already an hour before the time. And we've got loads of people on YouTube that are just joining. It's so awesome to be here and such an honor. I'd like to just take a moment because, Chris and I are maybe in the forefront, but we're backed by an incredible team. And I would like to just take a moment to honor Jenny. Jenny, you have been such a rock. Your fiery red hair is a force to be reckoned with, and you are an absolute gem. You always have positive things to say, and I really, really appreciate all the support and all the running around that you've done. You are true testament to what a right hand is for Jacques. For Hercules, you are amazing. Your name does not explain what a soft heart you actually have. And thank you for all that you've done. I mean, that calculator is just mind-blowing. I can't wait for everyone to start using it in their back office. Pierre, I can't wait to do the honor of presenting this presentation for all of us. You have been absolutely incredible. Your creativity is amazing. And then last but not least, Jacques, our architect. Without your vision, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you to our wonderful team. And then, of course, to all of you guys. Without you guys, we also wouldn't be here today. So thank you so much for everything, for the role that you played. It's just such an honor. I am in gratitude every single day just being here.
Well, thank you for that, Candice. Just the community, the togetherness, there's just no words to describe it. If I look at the amount of profit messages I've received in the last 20 minutes, just saying, hey guys, we got your back, we support you, and good luck with tonight. It helps more than you would ever imagine. So thank you so much for those messages, guys. I really, really appreciate it. So, those of you that don't know me, as I've said, my name is Chris. I'm going to tell you how I got to be sitting in this seat right here tonight. Very early on in my life, I was in traditional marketing. I studied marketing. I had my marketing degree and I had my advertising degree. And from there, I was climbing the corporate ladder. And then the industry of network marketing crossed my path at the age of 22, 23 years old. And at a very young age, something got my attention when it comes to working with people and working with teams of people. And I threw myself into it. And at a very, very young age, I built teams of thousands of people. This is between 1998 and the year 2000, so I'm giving my age away here. And I was building teams in the dark ages still. And that's when I had the most time in my life. I was making the most money. In fact, I was earning too much money at a young age. And from there for 10 years, I was into direct sales. And then after that, for the last 10 years, I actually own an international children's toy company. And a year and a half ago, we had COVID that hit in. And unfortunately, I was one of those COVID victims. And were millions of people worldwide. And, companies closed down and people lost jobs around the world. So what I did was, about the middle of last year, that's 2020, made a decision and I put a whole lot of money into a platform that was doing training on your behalf. I gave my money to another third-party institution, trusting that they would be looking after your money. And at the end of last year, everything went to boom, and basically start from scratch. So I'm sure many of you on this call know what it feels like to be wiped out by a platform that put all your money and trust into. So in the beginning of this year, in January, a gifting community, gifting platform crossed my path. Now, I've never been involved in a gifting community in my life before, and I'm quite surprised that at the age of 46, it has never crossed my path. I took a look at it, and initially I was a little bit skeptical. I thought, how can this be? How can you receive this amount of money with such a low input? I thought, no, this can't be. And I took a few days and I thought about it. And on the 24th of January this year, I made a decision and I gifted $100. I thought, you know what, let's have a go at this. And in a very short time frame, within a couple of months, what I really received in form of gifts was over 40,000 US dollars. So am I convinced that if these communities work? Hell yes, they work. And we need to go into little detail about gifted communities and okay, fantastic. While I'm wrapping it up, I remember the first couple of Zoom calls that we had, the first week of February. We used to get excited when we had 30 people on a Zoom. And like you just said now, we got, gee whiz, we had 1,000 people on a Zoom call. Can you believe it? I would get said this to me at the beginning of the year. I would say, no way, you are crazy of the chance. So, here we go. Can you see it, Candice? All good?
Yes, I can see it.
Alrighty, go for it.
So, welcome to Gift of Legacy, which is more than just a prosperity game. It's become a lifestyle for so many of us that are on the call, and it's definitely become a lifestyle for me. So, just a little disclaimer that I'd like to read to all of you. This presentation is for information sharing only and must not be taken as financial advice. Neither myself, Chris, or any of the other presenters or Gift of Legacy groups are registered financial advisors. The following information is only intended to give examples of what a member may expect. It's important to understand that there are no guarantees. The success or failure of any member will depend on your willingness to help others and to follow the ethical principles of Gift of Legacy. It remains an individual member's responsibility to ensure compliance to tax laws in your country. Gift of Legacy is a decentralized platform with no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. If you're joining Gift of Legacy via a third party or part of a package, you do so at your own risk. Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer and no funds ever get paid to the platform. All funds are always paid to Gift of Legacy members and only paid when landing on a member's board.
Alright, so introduction to Gift of Legacy. Gift of Legacy is a prosperity game with an incredible algorithm built so everyone can ride the balls of abundance. Today, you will learn how to receive an abundance by blessing someone once more with $100. You will learn all about a well-kept secret that we will tell you all about now that has already changed millions of people's lives globally. Are you ready?
So who is Gift of Legacy for? Do you believe in the principles of sowing and reaping, of giving and receiving? Do you enjoy blessing someone that you don't even know? Would you like to take control of your life? And do you enjoy helping others succeed in life? If you've answered yes to any of the above, we are ready to get started.
Okay, what is Gift Legacy? Play the world's most exciting prosperity game and change your life while helping others to do the same. But what is a prosperity game? We have all played different games during the course of our life. We played Monopoly, we played Trivial Pursuit, we played different games with family members and friends. This time, you are going to be playing a prosperity game that will uplift yourself and uplift others.
And like any games out there, we need to read the instructions and do best at that game. So you're never going to buy a game of Monopoly and just start playing it without knowing how. So that's very important that you guys attend all the training and you know how to play this game to win. Although there's not only one winner here, everybody could be a winner if you just follow the instructions.
And then it is inspired by sacred gifting economy. And what is a sacred gifting economy? Like I said, I didn't know gifting economies even existed. But gifting economies have been around since 1967 in the USA. Here in South Africa, where most of us live, there is a concept called stokvel that must be a bit tongue twister for anybody overseas. Stokvel is a prosperity game that it's brings you. It's all about travel, it's all about community, and that's been going around for decades. So 15 sacred gifting economies have been off of the mainstream system for many, many, many years. Now, the gifting communities have less people worldwide. Gifting community is a way of redistribution of wealth. Now, the amount of money that flows through gifting communities globally runs into the billions of US dollars per year.
And it's gifted myself and Chris and so many other people. So we're a living example that this works. It's amazing.
And gifted legacy, most importantly, is decentralized. So what gifted legacy is, it is merely a website to manage boards, to manage prosperity, the prosperity game boards, which we can go through now in a lot of detail. Now, there's no CEO, there's no company, there's no broker, there's no traders, none of that type of thing. It is purely a peer-to-peer system. So what is peer-to-peer? Peer-to-peer is person to person. So there again, there is no platform or third-party company that you put in your money into that you said today, gone tomorrow. Purely peer-to-peer, which we can explain now in a lot more detail. And most importantly, we have a unique perpetual system with a unique algorithm. What does the word perpetual mean? Perpetual means ongoing, never ending. Perpetual means passive.
And like Warren Buffett said, while you're sleeping, you're going to make money with this, which is amazing. So Gift of Legacy is more than just a prosperity game. Like I said, it's a lifestyle. It becomes a way of life. Joining these beautiful Zoom calls is a way of life. People that come on here don't watch TV anymore. 8 o'clock is time for getting together and connecting with the community. So no one gets left behind. We help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. Give from your heart, share the love, guide your team, become the legend, build your legacy. We're the community with the same goal. We want to change lives, and we already have.
Alright, so you're thinking to yourself, how do you start? You enter Gift of Legacy by gifting $100 into a self-perpetual system. This is a one and only time you will ever take any money out of your own pocket. The gifting is purely peer-to-peer. 100% of the gifts are all paid to you directly. Now, when we talk about peer-to-peer, I mentioned that we've got a third-party platform. So when gifts get shared among each other, that will be to a choice between people playing the game on the board. So, depending on if you live in the same country, you can do a bank transfer to each other. Or international, because we are a global gifting community. We can use PayPal. We can use TransferWise. Now it's known as Wise. And you can even use crypto. There is no middleman or third party involved ever.
Okay, so this is just a brief description of the board. Chris is going to go into way more detail about the amounts and everything after I've gone through this. So your first board, your bronze board, you enter with $100. After you've been through all of the positions and you land up in the legend, you will leave with 8 times $100. Okay. Next, you've got your silver board, which is a $400 entry. Once you go through all of the stages, you will become a legend, and you will exit with 8 times $400, which is $3,200. Next, we have the gold board, where you enter with $1,600, and after you get all of your 8 gifts, you exit with $12,800. Our last and favorite board, never been done before, $5,000 platinum board. You enter with $5,000. Once you got into legend,
it will automatically fill those positions.
$40,000. Now this is beyond exciting.
$40,000. That is a lot of money. And all it ever.
I'm going to buy into all 5 positions, and that way I override and make commissions on all 5.
Okay, so lining the boards of abundance. What I want you to do is I want you to focus on the orange circle over the next few slides. This is going to represent you on your journey. As we mentioned, you enter with $100. This is the only time you will ever take any money out of your own pocket. You share your gift of legacy with like-minded and like-hearted people who in turn will do the same. As Candace mentioned, there are the 4 boards that we are going to journey through. It is the $100 board, the $400 board, the $1,600 board, and never been done before, the $5,000 board. Here's the journey from gifter, builder, guide to legend on each 4 board of the board. On your journey to the board, you are going to receive gifts along the way, totally $42,700 US. That is like your first round of board. Remember just now I mentioned the word perpetual? That word perpetual is beyond powerful. That's the word that means ongoing, never ending. That means passive. On your perpetual journey, the gifts that you are going to receive every time you go into the perpetual cycle is $49,700 US every time you go through that cycle. And it repeats over and over and over again. Alright, so what I want you to do is sit tight wherever you sit. I want you to grab your safety belt and put it over your shoulder, clip it in tight. Put your safety belt on. I want you to get ready for the ride of your life.
So this is the board. I'm so excited with the way that it looks. It looks so incredible. Here you've outdone yourself. So on the side, the outside, you've got your gifted positions.
Go into their houses more personal.
5 to 8 on the right hemisphere. Then moving in, you've got your builder positions. You've got 2 on the left hemisphere and 2 on the right hemisphere. Then you've got 1 guy on each side, and you've only got 1 legend. So as a gifter, you are going to know everything about this game. You are going to gift your $100, and you're going to make sure that you are starting to talk to people about it. As a builder, you're doing exactly that. You're building your tribe that you can contribute to the bigger tribe. And the people that you bring in ensure the success. As a guide, you are guiding your boulders, you're nurturing your team that's growing at a
Oh,
rapid
that's right,
race,
Kana.
but you're also
You're just
support
like
to the legends.
98% of other
And in
people
the
who
back
can't
office,
recruit,
it's
I
going
guess.
to be your duty to make sure that you get the communication going between the boards. And then, of course, legend, it's where we all want to be. That is where you receive 8 of your gifts on each round. Over to you, Chris.
All right, so as I mentioned in the previous slide, I want to focus on the orange circle that is used. The orange circle on the top left-hand side. So when you come onto the board, so you give your hand, you decide you want to play this prosperity game. What will happen is you're going to get a referral link from somebody who invites you to be involved with the legacy. What will then happen is you will register, and the moment you register, the legend of the board details are going to come up. The person's phone number and email address. What you then do is you make contact and say, hi, my name is Chris. I am a gifter on your $100 board. How would you like to receive your gift? Then what will happen is the legend will get back with you and say, well, whereabouts do you live? I live in South Africa. Where do you live? I live in South Africa also. Would you like to do a bank transfer? Or would you like to do a crypto payment? Or would you like to do PayPal? This is an agreement that we have among each other. Then what happens is once you've done your gift thing, you then send a copy of payment, and then the legend accepts you onto the board, which means that you are now ready to play the prosperity game. Right, and then what happens is, if you look on the left-hand side, like Andy said, you've got 4 vector positions on the left, and you've got 4 vector positions on the right. Once the 4 vector positions are filled on the left, on your side of the hemisphere, you then move up to the forward position. As I said, keep your eyes on the orange circle. Then, once another 4 vectors come to your hemisphere of the board, you then move up to the guide position. And then one more time, another 4 vectors come in, you then move to the legend position of the board. Once 4 and 8 vectors come in, every single time that they need to give, they are going to be contacting you, and you are going to be receiving $100 times 8, which is $800, which you will be receiving directly into your bank account, your crypto wallet, or your PayPal address. But then what happens is, as Ken just mentioned in the beginning, there are 4 boards. So what happens is you receive your $800 in the form of gifts. What you then do is
You didn't recruit anybody.
On the left-hand side, that is your silver board, which is the 400 board. So what you do is hold that $400 to go onto that board. And then on the right-hand side, this is what we call your perpetual board. That's the board that keeps going over and over and over. Look at it as your bonus board. So you keep $100 and you give there. So the gifts that you put in your pocket, once you've reached legend and received those gifts on the first board, it's $300 you put in your pocket.
So we talk about the perpetual board. This would be your first bronze perpetual board. So when you finish your first 100 board, you hold back $100 so that you can enter a new gifted position on a board. And now you can play the bronze game again. The wonderful thing about this is that when you receive your $800, your 8 times $100 gifts, you only need to use $100 to go into the next round and again and again and again. So you get to keep $700. So as you can see on the orange column, you just receive 800, keep 7, re-enter with 100. Receive 800, keep 7, re-enter with 100. And again and again and again until infinity. So just another way of explaining it, you'll start with your $100 with your bronze board. Then you'll get $800. You'll keep $400 aside for your silver, $100 for the bronze, and $300 in your pocket on the first round. Then you've got your $100 for your bronze board on your perpetual, and like we said earlier, you keep 7 and you just keep putting in the 100 on each round. You get to use your $400 now to go into the silver board, and you get out $3,200, of which you keep $2,000 aside because one ticket is going to go for your first round of gold board, and you're going to keep $400 to get into your perpetual, which leaves you with $1,200 in your pocket after the first round on the silver board. Then, when you go into perpetual, you're using $400 to enter, you're getting out $3,200, but this time you get to keep $2,800.
Right now, this is how I'm going to explain perpetual board. I absolutely love it. I've been getting the picture of a Ferris wheel. Now, why Ferris wheel?
Next phase will be all automated, so you won't have to do this.
Look at it this way. You go to the ticket office and you go and buy a ticket for the ride. And what happens is you go, you get onto the ride, and you go to the ride on the Ferris wheel. And as you come out, you receive $800. What you then do is you go back to the ticket office and you go buy another ticket, $400. And you go to the ride again. And what you do is you get $800, you put $700 in your pocket, and you take another $100. And you keep going into the ride. You give the $100, you receive $800, you put $700 in your pocket. You give the $100, you receive $800, and you keep $700 in your pocket. It's like the Ferris wheel. It keeps going over and over and over and over to infinity. This is where the word perpetual means passive. Right, then you go onto the next board, which is your silver board, which is the $400 board. It's exactly the same thing. Once you move on to the $400 board, you then contact the legend of the board and ask them how you'd like to give them the $400. As I mentioned, keep your eyes on the orange circle on the board. Once the 4 gifters come onto the board, now you're thinking, where do all of these people come from? These people come from the $100 board, feeding into the $400 board. Once 4 gifters come in on your hemisphere, you go to builder, another 4 gifters come in, then you up to the guide position, and then lastly, once all 8 gifters come onto the board, you are going to receive $400 times 8, which is $3,200 that you are going to receive in your accounts. Then what happens is, you've now cleared that board. You move to the next board, which is your gold board, which is your 1,600 board. I want you to look on the left-hand side. Then what happens is, you give your $1,600 and you move on to that board. And then, remember I mentioned the perpetual board. There is even a perpetual board onto the $400 board, which is the one that goes over and over and over. So, you receive $3,200, you hold back $1,600 for your gold board, and then you hold back $400 for your silver perpetual board, $400. So the gift that you can keep in your pocket is $1,200.
So when you finish your 400 board, you can enter your perpetual board, and again, this opens up another gifter position on board. So you receive 3,200, you keep 2,800, and you just keep re-entering the silver board with $400 over and over and over again.
Alright, then the perpetual board works exactly the same. This time, it's the perpetual $400 board. So what then happens is, you give the $400, as you know, you receive $3,200, but this time you put in your pocket $2,800 in your pocket. The moment you've gone through that cycle, you gift another $400, you go through the cycle again, you receive $3,200, you put in $2,800 in your pocket. And it keeps going over and over and over to infinity. Then, on the gold board, so once you get off the gold board, it's exactly the same thing. Give the legend off the board, and you then give $2,600. Now you're ready to play the game on the $1,600 board.
This is why you want to buy into all 5 boards, period. So you will immediately qualify, period. Jacques will let me know on Friday if there's another position available for you to take if you want it. Question mark.
you then move to legend position. And once you get to legend position, every single time that the legend, the gifter has to gift the legend, that is you. That is $1,600 times 8. That is $12,800 that you are going to receive in your account. Then what happens is now, the next board, this is the platinum board, the $5,000 board. So now, you received $12,800 in your pocket, right? Now you've got it on the left-hand side, you will hold back $5,000 to play the game on the platinum board. Then you also hold back $1,600 to go onto your perpetual board. So the gifts that you are going to put in your pocket when you're finished on the gold board is $6,200 in your pocket.
And again, when you finish your first 1,600 board, you can enter your perpetual board. This will open another gifted position on this board. And you can play that gold board again and again and again. So this time around, it's really exciting because you get to keep $11,200. Like, that is amazing. Can we just have a moment?
When we were practicing earlier, we both went, that is a lot of money. So on the gold board, you're gifting $1,600. You go through the cycle, you receive $12,800, and you put in your pocket $11,200 every single time you cycle through the perpetual board. And as I mentioned, these perpetual boards are your passive boards that go over and over and over. Then you come onto the platinum board, the $5,000 board. Sure, I'm like, textbook, where's the one? You then come onto the $5,000 board as a gifter. You can't say, hi, my name is Chris. How would you like to receive your $5,000 gift? Once you accept it on the board, you're ready to play. So what then happens is, once 4 gifters come onto your hemisphere of the board, you then move up to the builder position. Another 4 gifters come onto your hemisphere of the board, you then move up to guard position, and then hold your breath, here it goes. Wow. Once 8 gifters are on the board, they will be gifting you at the legend $5,000 will be coming into your account. That is $5,000 times 8. That is $40,000 that you are going to receive in the form of gifts. So well done. You've just finished round 1 of the boards. So the gifts that you receive is $40,000. Now, guess what? There's a perpetual board on the platinum board as well, the $5,000. So you hold back $5,000 to re-enter. So what you put in your pocket is $35,000.
You only ever used $100 from your own pockets. I'm just going to say it again. You only ever had to take $100 out of your own pockets. So with the platinum board, which I cannot wait for, when you finish your first 5,000 board, you can enter your perpetual board. This opens another gifted position on the board, and you can play the platinum board over and over and over again. You receive 40 and you keep $35,000, which is gifted to you with love from the people in the community. You don't have to go to the bank for a loan. You don't have to ask anybody for help. We're all community that are going to be gifting each other over and over and over and over again.
And this is probably the most exciting slide. Oh my goodness gracious. So, on the perpetual board, guys, like I mentioned, the ones that go over your bonus boards. So, once you finish your first round, another board is going to come up for you to re-enter with $5,000. Go to the cycle. As you know, you receive $40,000 and you put in your pocket $55,000. Once you get into that cycle, guess what happens again? Another $5,000 board comes up. You give your $5,000, you go into the cycle, you receive 42,000, you put in 35,000 in your pocket over and over and over again to infinity. So they can just summarize that.
Yeah, just reminds you of something. Ride the Ferris wheel. You've paid your money, now take your chances. Okay, so in your first, what I'm going to show you is you're going to concentrate on the first line going across, and then I'm going to follow the arrows down to the bottom, which will explain your perpetual. So $100 in, you get $800 on your first round, you're going to keep $500 aside, $300 in your pocket. You're going to use $400 to get to your next board, which is the silver board, and you're going to get $3,200 out, of which you're going to keep $2,000 aside and $1,200 in your pocket. Then you move on to the gold $1,600 board. When you get $12,800 out, you are going to keep $6,600 aside, and you're going to be able to keep $6,200 in your pocket. You'll move on to the final beautiful platinum $5,000 board where you put your $5,000 in, and then you get $40,000 out, which leaves you with $35,000 in your pocket. And then just going on to the perpetual, you've got your $100 in, and you're taking $800 out, but now you get to keep $700 over again. You $400 in with your silver, you get $3,200 out in gifts, and you get to keep $2,800. On your gold, it's $1,600 in, $12,800 out, and $11,200 in your pocket. And lastly, it carries on. You keep getting $35,000 in your pockets over and over and over again.
All right, so you think about the rules of the game. Now, I'm sure most of you've gone to the shop and you bought that Monopoly game as an example. And what do? You get home. You open up the cellophane and you open up the Monopoly box. And what do you get? You get the rules of the game. You get an instruction guide. So, the rules of the first cycle are very, very simple. As you mentioned in your presentation, there are two things that you have to do. Number one, you give the $100 and you can start to play the game. Once off. And all you have to do is share capability with two like-minded and like-hearted people only. Now, what happens is, once the ball starts to move, you will then move up to, as mentioned, the legend position of the board. Once you receive all 8 of the gifts, if you have not registered 2 people on your name, you will not be able to move up to the 400 board, and you will not be able to move to the perpetual board. If you get to this point and you have not registered 2 people yet, you are then able to pay it forward or give 2 people into this position. This might be people that really want to play this game and that honestly just don't have the money. So you will be gifting 2 people, but don't forget, you put in $300 in your pocket. So what will then happen is you have an extra $200 that you have that you can give somebody in. So it still doesn't even cost you anything to help another 2 individuals to start playing this game. And then the same rules apply on the perpetual board. So what will then happen is, for you to move on to the perpetual board, same thing. Either have to have 2 people that you personally registered, or you're going to give 2 positions. What will then happen is, in your back office, once you get to the legend position, send your 8 gifts 2 blocks a day to come up, saying that you need to gift these 2 positions. Only once those 2 positions you register 2 people will it then open up for you to move on to the perpetual board and the $400 board.
So, cloning. Another word for cloning is duplicating. And cloning positions only become available once your first organic position has successfully advanced and been confirmed on the silver 400 board. The first cycle rule applies to all clone positions. And for every clone position, you'll be required to bring 2 or get into new positions. Cloning is a huge advantage because your clones will follow the first organic position, creating additional momentum. So we've got to show you a diagram with this. When you clone, you will always start your cloning at the 100 board. But when you've been confirmed on the silver board, in your back office, it will open up and you'll be allowed to clone. So your clone 1 will follow board 1. Clone 2 will follow clone 1. Clone 3 will follow clone 2. And clone 4 will follow clone 3. But for more information, we're going to spend a lot of time doing a deep dive training on this, because I think there's so much to take in the first slide about all the beautiful gifts and the fabulous earnings that we don't want to get everyone confused and overwhelmed. So join us. We'll do this on Saturdays.
All right, so coding on the board, there's one more slide that I'd like to show for them. So as you saw in the first round, you've got your bronze board, your silver board, your gold board, and your platinum. That is your 100, 400, 1,600, and your 5,000 board. This is your first journey through the board. Then you see these little lines going there. Those are all of your perpetual boards going over and over and over. So when it comes to a cloning position, what is required for that is you would have to gift $100. Don't lose you duplicating a whole other lineage. So you gift $100 and you've got to register 2 people. Once you do that, what will then happen is you've now got a secondary lineage. But what happens is it follows your first lineage. So your first clone is going to follow your original lineage. You're then able to open up a second clone position, that's this clone over here, which will then follow underneath and will follow your first clone position. Then clone position number 3 will follow your second clone, and lastly, your fourth clone position will follow your third. So if you have a look at this, if you count the board, there's a total of 40 boards that will all be simultaneously intact the same time.
Also, just to add to that, Chris, if you have all of those board running, that means, remember, with each clone position, you're going to be building a new team of 2 by 2 by 2. So if you've got all of these,
Recording in progress.
you're busy building your team, and now you've got the extra funds, rather than keeping it in your bank, because what can a bank do for you really? What you can do is, if you've got the funds available, you can actually fast track yourself to the 400 board. Once confirmed on there, you can fast track yourself to the 1,600 silver board, and then once you fast track, you can go into the final gold and then platinum board. So that's if you've got the funds available, and the returning gift would be $42,700.
That is insane. That is absolutely insane. So on the fast track, so we've got the 4 boards as we go, and say towards the end of the year, you got a bonus on the work, and you think to yourself, well, I'm not going to leave the money sitting in the bank with 6% a year. I might want to make the money work for me. So that's why we've got this option available. So what will happen is, as we know, $100 for your bronze board. Once you only move up to the direct position, you are then able to fast track. So to fast track, obviously the cost you, I probably $400, and then for the gold board is $600, and the platinum board is $5,000. So that would be $7,100. But as Ken was mentioned, the return that the US student gets is $42,700 US. Any of you that might have some calculators, you can do the math yourself.
So why Different Legacy? What makes us so unique? Well, firstly, we're user-friendly. The back office is informative and easy to use, and everything you need to succeed will be at your fingertips. Simple rules, remember. Bring 2 like-minded, like-hearted people that will understand the value of bringing in two like-minded, like-hearted people and gift $100. So if all members adhere to the rules, this ensures a high reward rate for everyone. This is a fail-safe system. Gift of Legacy has various methods in our algorithm that keeps boards moving. No one gets left behind. Cloning. No more multiple accounts. Clone up to 4 positions, giving you a total of 5 positions on each level and play them simultaneously. Control all 5 positions from your back office with unique usernames. It's an innovative algorithm which is groundbreaking and takes care of the new members while rewarding the existing members. And there's also going to be a support box in your back office that will answer all
This is a really good presentation. I've got quite a few people on it, but it's still a little confusing, and I just don't know how the logistics are going to work. We have to actually pick up the phone and call people and tell them that we're sending them money. And I mean, what if you have, 1,000 people that you're making money on? You have to call all 1,000 people. I mean, hypothetically. I thought you also mentioned something about it soon being automated. So I don't know how far off that is. Yeah, you really just have to bring in 2 people, and you can just circle the wagons with them and constantly make a consistent $55,000. They're just talking about for bigger leaders if you want to clone and bring in more people, and I mean you'll be making millions of dollars if you do that. But if you just keep it simple and just say, hey, I want to bring 2 people, let these 2 people follow me. As long as they follow you, you're gonna be constantly cycling out about $55,000.